All right, so Josh says our pentagram here is only good enough for summoning the Chris Pontius devil from Jackass, but we're low budget, so we can take what we can get.
Oh man, if we can get him on our show, especially if he's still dressed like that.
What else is he doing?
Well, you might also take his dick out.
So, recently we did a collaboration with High Level Games to promote their line of Chronicle one-sheet jumpstarts on the Storyteller's Vault, and we used our characters from the home game for that, and we had a lot of fun. People really seem to like the characters that we don't let see the light of day, so we thought we'd do that again and show you guys the home characters from our Demon the Fallen Chronicle for our 666 subscriber special.
That we're hoping is soon.
As a recording, we're at like, what, 636?
It's like 641.
Oh, steadily climbing.
Hey.
Don't you subscribe?
Well, we're going to lose 100 subscribers when this video goes up. They're going to be like, oh, they think they're being cute. Fuck those guys.
I would find that hilarious.
So, let's go around the table, introduce your characters, and then I will fill the audience in what has happened so far. Because if Matt Mercer can start Critical Role in the middle of a campaign, hell, I'm going to pull that trigger at least once.
Okay, to be fair, Matt Mercer can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, I know. One day he'll be that cool.
Matt Mercer, if you're listening.
Wait.
Notice I sent by. I think we have a better chance with Talese and Jaffe.
Real quick, did you have my demon character sheet?
No.
Okay.
Do you have your demon character?
It's right in front of him.
I do, but I think this is the wrong one.
What do you mean?
No, this is...
This is Linvalis, but I am missing some dots here, and I remember I had two.
You're dead.
I'm dead. It don't matter.
Is that the story of this conversation? We're gonna bring him back to this?
Wasn't my fault. We'll get to that.
Alright.
Introduce characters first.
Alright.
Who wants
We
to
always
start?
start with Xavier.
Okay.
It's tradition.
I am playing Armando Ochoa, Detective Armando Ochoa, or his angelic name, or Daniel. He's a scourge, a guardian angel, and very much tries to keep that title. And so he's, became a detective because he wants to protect people and make sure, other demons, because they're not all good guys. Sometimes things get out of hand. But more, he's a good guy. Just like my other characters I try. Except for one, we don't talk about him.
Which one's that one?
Yeah, talk about it.
I'm gonna guess the Scion?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a murderer. I don't know what else should I...
Good enough.
They'll figure out everything else.
You can do it.
As you guys might know, my characters died a lot. They don't make the best decisions.
This is your second home game character that's died.
That recently, yeah.
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 Don't you remember that one guy that killed a clown? He died too. That's what you get.
I am Kelsey Lamont. I guess high school. I guess not high school, college age. Kid.
High school,
Let's-
college age?
Let's talk about how you came to possess
Yeah.
Chelsea Lamont.
Yeah.
So you were originally
A pastor or
Father De La Rosa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the circle, the coterie, the Roomba.
Yeah.
We have figured out that a group of demons collective is called a Roomba.
The Roomba was working against some Bali vampires that they believed to be in the service of an earthbound that was plaguing the city. And through the enemy of my enemy is my friend, managed to get on the good side of one of the local bishops of the Sabbat. And as his front lawn was being watched by our good friend Ardeniel and one of the loyal pack leaders, you decided the best course of action would be to draw a weapon and charge the gate. And now you are in an 18-year-old girl with a minor coke problem.
To be fair, I only shot him in the chest and put him down. The vampire is a Billichan. There's a story for that. murdered it.
Well, yeah, of course.
And
Anyway.
my body was running up in a blender.
Please continue.
Uh, I guess I'm kind of useless right now because I don't have any packs or I have one fate point. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't plan this character ahead or my previous character ahead, as you guys might know. I can only control time.
We'll say right now again.
I can only control time and space.
That's all. I could only bend space-time to my whim.
Yep.
Not terribly useful.
Yep. But
He's forgotten it multiple times.
Especially when I have faith points that I can't use. I only have one faith point left that
That's all you need.
I know, but that's all I can produce.
All right.
Yeah. Go for it.
I am Linvalis, a malefactor. Wielder of the earth and all materials it has. Forger of great weapons and things that may tickle my fancy. Or other people's butts, you know.
You really like making dildos.
Yo!
They were butt plugs.
They were butt plugs. There's a difference.
Right, yes. See, you know, pleasure is in the
The
eye.
fact of the matter is, you made some characters that.
Pleasure is in the eye of the beholder, the chocolate eye. I have a propensity for,
Did you say butt stuff?
no, damn it. I like to, you know, get inside the bodies of rabbis or little children.
Yet another great out of context quote.
I literally put my soul into the body of a rabbi and then a little child after that.
And Exhibit A.
The thing is, he died for some reason unbeknownst to me because I missed that night and someone asked to borrow my character.
No.
I'll get into that.
The point is, you're gonna like my character, don't worry.
No. If you like his character, unsubscribe.
Seek help.
You just want us to drop below the 666.
Are you saying you want people who like his character and are subscribers?
I'm saying, much like the Chris Pontius devil, we need whatever we can get. Josh, please go ahead.
My character is Manuel Mondragon. His celestial name is Cantor. He is a defiler, meaning he is a demon of creation and creativity in the oceans and transfiguration and appearance. His human body is, I don't know, what do you call it, the body he has possessed is his host is a heroin addicted failed rock star whom he has possessed upon a heroin overdose, who he is now taking his career up. I have on more than one occasion had to turn my body into water to infiltrate somebody or somewhere and then have to run around in the nude afterwards.
I used to have drugs buried in my backyard.
Yes, I have drugs buried in the detective's backyard. It's the last place people will look for it. When I was a demon, I served in the Crimson Legion, as I was inspired to follow by the head of my house, Belial.
All right, Tom.
Sexy Seth McCormick.
That is my demon's host name, yes.
Stage name.
My stage name. My demon is a slayer, or the reaper of the angels. The 10th house, right?
Seventh, yeah.
Close enough to 10th.
You're a slayer.
Slayer. Anyway, my demonic name is Nashoda. I also have a true name that I have written in Enochian text that I can't pronounce or read.
It's gonna be the same with Changeling, don't worry.
I am a
Freeloader?
a freeloader who's actually living at Detective Ochoa's house.
And I let him because he helps me out with cases.
You're his case psychic.
Yes, I.
Which is stupid, right? But he can actually help.
I think by far I'm the most distant from understanding people, at least why they do the things they do. Though I am unrealistically beautiful.
With your way.
It's God's way of making up for taking away your wings.
That's right. I'm the only one who doesn't have wings in the group.
Does it matter?
It matters to me, Bob.
So, let's recap.
Need his Red Bull.
While making their movements against the aforementioned Earthbound, some indiscretions on the part of the party had brought the Society of Leopold, the renowned witch hunters, to the city.
It wasn't my fault.
However,
He was actually
Ardaniel, being a guardian angel and a protector of mankind, actually found himself in a position to save 2 agents of the Society of Leopold, to save their lives from a marauding and over-paranoid Minister of Swords, the demon whose charge it is to lead the attack against any threats. And upon saving their lives, he was able to convince the head of the local chapter of the society that they were indeed repentant angels of the Lord, and that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and they must band together against this great evil that sleeps beneath the earth. And Ezekiel Rames, the leader of the society, thought to himself, and he agreed on one condition. You see, our good friend Linvalis here had lost his first host and was now in possession of the body of a 10-year-old child. Now, Mr. Rames could understand that the hosts of the others were adults. They'd made their decisions in their lives. They'd lived their lives. Their time had come. But he could not abide a demon possessing a small child. So, he gave them an ultimatum. The Society of Leopold would be happy to work with the Roomba if they turned over Ezekiel Weinstein for immediate exorcism. Namely, the exorcism from Saviors and Destroyers that can put the soul back.
This is what happened.
This is what happened. So, in exchange for the Cooperative Society of Leopold, you got sent straight back to hell. And you are still rotting in hell, and you may continue the argument from before we started recording.
You possessed a child. That was on you.
You.
It was coming sooner or later, Bob. Either we peacefully gave you over, or they would have like pinned you down and exercised you.
And this is why I don't mention my characters anymore. They either almost get sold into slavery,
That
they go
didn't
back to
happen,
hell. I don't trust you. And that's exactly why I said last time, hell no.
That's
Okay.
not fair, Bob. That it was going to happen. I just did it more peacefully, and I made you give up your true name. Without that, we cannot get you back.
That's true. Before
What the fuck? Hold on. First and foremost, I had made the perfect visage of an old rabbi Playtex bodysuit robot. I feel like I was disguised pretty well.
Okay, well, I don't care what you feel. The fact is, they knew.
They knew. How did they know?
I don't know what hunters do, dude. I'm not playing that game right now.
Alright.
It's okay, only I have your name.
Yeah. So he's gonna summon you out because when I was controlling your character, I said, okay, I'll just give you the name so you can pull me back out of hell.
So you didn't have anything to do with the hunters coming and running up on my ass.
No, I made sure that they didn't do that and that you went peacefully.
Alright.
Gently into that good night.
Gently.
Was that Chico Sacco's right?
You should be thanking me.
So, for future reference, I can't get into the body of little children?
You can.
If you for some reason decide that you want to possess another minor, we physically cannot stop you, Bob.
But
you're that guy.
I was against it I was gonna kill you later. They just peacefully brought you out.
I don't know how peacefully it was.
I mean,
It was probably an ordeal, you know. You've seen exorcism movies.
the next body better be good.
Yeah, can make it whatever you want, Bob. 5 dots.
if you want it to be a little boy. But he's actually gonna have to. Like, you want to just take like a senile old person?
Just little boy now.
That tickles your fancy.
All right.
So you did have to give up your true name as part of the deal to resurrect you. Now, do you remember the true name that you gave to Xavier? At least this is what I believe you gave to Xavier.
I think you were gonna come up with something.
Dolphin click, bulldozer noise.
Or construction noise. Louis?
There it is. All right, let's go.
So
That's
that
what
sound you
Snooky
make.
Cookie.
Your true name is Snooky Cookie.
I mean it's something different in Enochian, obviously, but it just sounds like that to our mortal ears. Snooky Cookie. Ugh.
It's kind of like trying to pronounce Cthulhu, right? You're not supposed to be able to do it correctly.
Okay, I get that. All right, cool.
All right, so you right now are signing off on your true name canonically being Snooky Cookie.
Yeah, I think I can live with that.
Wait, I do recall him giving a name before.
Yes, he did.
Oh.
But I was going to be benevolent and allow him to change it.
Oh.
What was it?
What was it?
You don't remember?
I vaguely recall it.
It was. He told you his true name was Boo Boo Kitty Fuck.
Oh, that's right. Okay, this one's better.
See, look, I actually wrote down Ezekiel Weinstein /Symbol /Boo Boo Kitty Fuck.
Yeah, I'll take Snooky Cookie.
Snooky cookie.
Snooky Cookie.
Is it like a EUGHH? No. Or EURGH?
This is the ASMR portion of the video.
That's how my last name is.
All right, so on this day, and just for the sake of simplicity, we'll say that the side characters are off doing their own thing for a time. Brand new day, probably about 8 a.m. And you, Detective Ochoa, have been called to the scene of a murder.
One day. I want to go one day this week without a murder. My character's been working a lot.
What's vacation?
So yes, you were called to the scene of a murder at the Cielo Vista Apartments.
Oh, by the way, we're playing in the far-off land of El Paso.
Texas. Not one of those dumb El Pasos in a different state.
Those aren't real.
Or is it Hell Paso?
So if any of you are from El Paso, then you know what we're talking about. Otherwise, there's no setting book, I'm sorry.
So are you going to bring Nishota on this particular mission?
If it's a murder, yes.
Okay, so yes.
Just get him up. I don't know. It's 8 a.m. It's a little early for you.
Oh, that's extremely early.
That's like your 7 o'clock.
Well, I mean, you can essentially walk through time space, or you
I can?
well, you walk through the Shadowlands and
Yeah.
appear. So
He always plays late.
Yeah, I do have. I remember I have the flaw. I'm always late.
okay, so we'll say that Nishota is on his way.
I'll just kick him up like I'm gonna go to this place, be there. He's like, oh.
Yeah, probably.
Is my car back from the shop yet?
Okay, so I was gonna kind of play fast and loose with this, but it's your decision. How long have you let Linvalis rot in hell?
That's a funny question.
I mean, if it's the next day, probably not very long.
Well, no, I'll let you decide how long it's been.
Probably
The
just,
point is he's still in hell.
probably just like a couple days, but I think there's time dilation in hell.
It feels like forever.
It's like Inception.
Yes, we'll say your car is back from the shop.
Yes.
I'm popping a water pipe under it.
Is your front door still broken?
I would hope not. Oh wait, yeah, that front door. Probably.
I get to keep my powers in hell, though, right?
Yes.
I'm just probably
You're gonna shape
fire
the
and brimstone behind me, just wailing on a piece of steel.
No, Bob. That's
You know, hell isn't like how you think.
Strangely phallic.
Bob, we say hell, but it's the abyss.
Yeah.
Remember, it's like
It's
nothing.
it's nothingness. We'll get to you.
You don't get to be happy in hell.
So, you arrive on the scene of a murder, and it's a very small apartment for what appears to be a college-age student by the name of Fuck, I believe I named him Jesus Delgado, but that might be a real person.
I mean, statistically,
That sounds
yes. How many
really
Jesus
common.
Delgados are there in El Paso, Texas?
I know.
So yes,
Jesus the cat? That's my favorite Sonic OC.
No, it's Delgado, so it's of the cat.
so yes, at the apartment of Jesus Delgado, he's a young about college age student, and it seems fairly neat, especially considering the neat as in tidy.
Neat.
Like, there's the body? Yeah, neat.
You start taking selfies with it?
The guy, the murder victim, is basically laid across his coffee table, dead. Stab wound in the chest. And it appears like somebody was beginning to draw a circle around. Like, perhaps there might have been some sort of ritualistic bent to this. But they didn't finish.
Okay.
Now, from what you've been told of the case, somebody heard a disturbance early in the morning. There was a witness came, saw him charge out, or saw somebody charge out of the apartment and fucking jump in a van and flee away. Couldn't get a license plate, but that's basically as far as you know. And when you get there, of course, the police is, there's a gaggle of cops everywhere trying to push back the looky-loos.
That is also the a group for police, is a gaggle.
And for the first time back at work, since her run-in with Nishota, is Alyssa Rios, the crime scene investigator.
Oh, does she know that he's a demon? I don't think I mentioned that, did I?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know that you took care of it somehow. That's all I know, though.
And she looks much worse for the wear. She's quite a bit more gaunt since meeting Nishota.
What you did, you scared her.
Her usually well-kempt hair is kind of sloppily pulled back, and she's got little frizzes and stuff flying off in different directions. Dark, deep bags.
You just got back from vacation. What the hell?
And she just seems to be appraising the body with an apprehension that you've never seen in a veteran investigator like this. That there's just some sort of deep existential dread.
So I'll walk over and say, "You got something, Rios?"
Sorry, I just got here. What?
You're looking at something very meticulously.
Yeah, sorry. And you see her basically pull on one of the latex gloves, and she begins approaching the body, and her hand just kind of like hovers over it slightly, almost like she's afraid to touch it.
It's dead. He's not gonna bite.
And she lays a hand on it and just closes her eyes for a minute. And then a second later, she clasps a hand over her mouth and goes charging out of the room, like she's gonna throw up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, you remember making her a thrall and granting her one of your lures.
Yeah, the one of spirit, right? Or was it? Oh no, I think it was death, right?
Yeah.
The one where you can see how someone died. Really good for her field.
I'll just be like,
It is hot as fuck in that cloak.
well, it is good for your field. It only helps if she's not throwing up.
I mean, she'll get used to it. I think she's throwing up because she's witnessing a murder.
She's a crime scene investigator.
I mean, there's a difference between, a body and seeing it happen.
I feel like the aftermath would be a lot more nasty.
Well, I mean, the odors, yeah. But it's a psychological thing to...
Witness.
They weren't meant for mortal lives.
And I mean, she's seeing it from a first-person perspective from the victim, right?
Oh, that's sucky. Alright.
I will investigate the circle.
You're gonna investigate the circle.
Yes.
Would you give me intelligence occult, please?
I can do that. Jeff?
We'll say standard 6.
5 successes.
All right, so your sort of looking down, and it's carved in deep, like deep in the wood. These great rivets that are basically trying to be pulled around, and it's kind of shaky a little bit. Like, imagine just trying to pull a knife across a floor. You'd wobble a little bit, and the line wouldn't be perfectly straight. So probably gives you the air of an unpracticed hand, maybe somebody who wasn't all entirely certain of what they were doing. But it definitely looks like, there's a dead body here. Have you looked at the body yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you give me an intelligence? Do you have medicine? You do have medicine. You're a fucking slayer. Of course you do.
Yes. So perception?
Yes.
Intelligence? Okay.
Perception and medicine.
What's the difference on this one?
Let's call this one 8.
2 successes.
2 successes. So, the body bled to death. The Jesus Delgado bled to death. The stab wound was meant to make him dying, but not die. Strangely, it also looks like maybe some rudimentary medical procedures have actually been performed on him. Like maybe to keep him alive longer.
So somebody who would have knowledge about medicine and keeping people alive. But not so much that after they kill
But it does, see a dead body, you see a circle being drawn around him, and it's kind of tough exactly to tell what this might be for, but there's a good chance that they were trying to summon something here.
At what point do I show up?
I was about to ask, would you like to show up now?
Sure. With a nice big thermos of coffee.
Okay.
You came from his. You came from God.
Oh man, you
So did you just come out of his kitchen?
you have those fat Yetis from Academy?
Oh yeah.
Just I need my 64 ounces of coffee every hour.
Every day I have about 65 cups.
Of Death Wish coffee.
No, that's for special occasions. I only have about 50 cups of those a day.
He doesn't want to kill his body.
Yeah. 70 cups is when you kill yourself. And I didn't want to have 69 because that's weird.
So, where do you actually emerge from?
Well, I'm assuming I'm at the complex. I don't know what room.
It doesn't really matter. It's an apartment on the bottom floor. But I mean, you can pop out of the kitchen, you can pop out of the bathroom, you can come around a corner. Where would you like to emerge from the other side of not the gauntlet? I want to call it the Sudario, but only the Giovanni call it that.
I kind of like the idea that I just was knocking on every apartment until I hit the right one.
I mean, there's an apartment with a huge fucking commotion going on.
Is there a dead person here? No? Okay.
Is there a dead person here? Oh, I'm gonna have to come back for that one.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, Mrs. Gonna see you next week.
Oh man, full-size can of Snickers bars, we're good.
Oh man, can people bribe me not to take them?
I mean, they can try. It's like,
This is decaf coffee.
all right. You can come out of the, or you can be
Come out of the body.
Chest burster. His head pops out of the what's up, guys?
you can pop out where Rios went. Just be like, oh hey, what's up?
No, I'll go in through the front.
Okay, so you basically do see Alyssa Rios there for the first time since making her your thrall. Just puking her guts out into this tree, man, and just you've never seen her this unraveled, this disheveled, and of course you can just ignore her and go into the crime scene. But you very clearly do see her affected. What was once this hardened, crime scene investigator is now reduced to little more than a trembling civilian.
Nishoda, what happened with Rios?
I don't know. I've never seen her like that.
Well, she was fine before. She went on vacation. She looks worse now.
I thought people got better over vacation.
She actually did some digging. She didn't take vacation time.
Oh, she's took.
She was on leave,
Oh, there we go.
like a psychological leave.
Well, yes. She did not go on vacation. She was on medical leave.
But she's not scheduled for at least another 4 months.
Let's try to keep that to ourselves. Anyways, dead body, summoning circle, or attempted, and it looks like they try to keep him alive for a little while until they try to finish summoning, whatever. I don't know how humans contact us. I mean, they usually just call, maybe text.
Ring ring.
Satan speaking. Moshe?
So while you guys are discussing this, let's talk about Wallace.
Bob is in hell.
So
Boring now.
The story is who is trying to summon Linvalis?
So you are in your full angelic form, which would be impressive and radiant, but the omnipresent darkness of the abyss reduces it to little more than an ember. There's this feeling of just not an intense cold, but rather like pressing bare skin against a window on a cold winter's day. All over your body and constant. Not enough
The
to
nips are nice and tight.
not enough to ever fully get used to it, but just enough to constantly pester you for what seems like forever. And what's worse, as you look out into the endless abyss with nothing but darkness in every single direction, without any human mind, any human soul, any human emotions to counterbalance all of the raw emotions of rage, of betrayal, of abandonment, of being stuck back in this literally God-forsaken place, come rushing up, filling you throughout your entire being, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, until there's room for no other feeling except sadness and abandonment and loss.
My friends, they sold me up the river.
Technically, you sold yourself up.
Character, yeah.
Semantics.
Now you can, I do believe you can still reach out to them with your telepathic link.
Robbery. I'm so robbery is what Josh's character hears in his head.
You can block
And
it.
you're just like,
Block it.
I'm so glad I can block him.
I just used the heroin to drown you out.
when that just turns to a sick dubstep remix.
I can't even make them.
Hell for robbery.
I've been hound here for a while. I don't know what to do with myself. Why have you condemned me to this abyss?
Suddenly, there's this sort of muted thud that just seems to not reverberate, but because everything just kind of sounds like your head's in jello down here. But there's this sort of muted thud that evanesces from out of the darkness, and slowly the shadows peel away to reveal another demonic figure. A creature that seems to be covered in green lichen and its horns split off into like deer's antlers. And it's
What? Hold on.
It's a dryad from Warcraft.
so you are Linvalis, yes, the one that has recently returned.
I'm not sure if this is my name anymore, but yes.
No, it's God given.
God gave it to me, did he? Yes, I am Linvalis.
Such a terrible fate to be back in this quite literal hellhole, wouldn't you say?
Apparently, it's frowned upon to possess children.
And then he goes like, "Oh man, you're a fucking piece of shit."
I hope you run here.
I feel like I gave him a better life than anyone else did. But that's not...
You can hang out with him right now.
No, they run back.
All right. You put him.
Yeah, you put him in here.
Gave his body a good ride.
You're gonna have to cut that out.
Bob.
It's wordplay, mother...
Yeah, it's some kind of play.
Bob, you're weird.
Saw that Topo Chico, but you gotta stop.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
No, you reminded him. No.
The demon says,
That fucking hellspawn drink.
I admit, even I would settle for the body of a child or an insect or anything I could get to escape this damnable existence.
How am I able to find you in this great abyss?
Now, that's an interesting theory. So the books are not super quite... they don't really describe the abyss a whole lot. And I'm assuming that with the advent of the factions, that people were able in the abyss to get together and talk and converse a little bit. So I'm assuming that's what happens here. You can...
I just
find-
imagine it's like the underworld from Darksiders if you put the brightness all the way down on your TV.
I've never played Darksiders. So you can interact with other demons here, but for the most part, you're probably so caught up where most demons rather are probably so caught up in their own rage and just abject horror and terror and sadness that they don't want to deal with other people.
That despite all your rage,
People ruin my fun. Meh.
my parents don't understand me. Or your parent.
My parent doesn't understand me. How can I return from this place back to the living plane?
I have heard of a way. And well, they have asked me to speak to you and see if you are interested. Apparently there is a great duke. Do you remember the name Gethzariel?
Sounds vaguely...
What are your backgrounds? Followers, influence, packs. You don't have any, what is it?
Legacy.
Legacy, yeah, you...
Vaguely unfamiliar.
It's vaguely unfamiliar.
You can always lie.
The name stirs up, for the first time since you've been down here, the vaguest little thread of hope in your heart, as the name is associated to you by as something heroic, something glorious, something you remember from back before the first time you were in the abyss, but you can't place it. The memory just teases you. It's so out of reach.
I cannot bring it to my mind. Tell me, what does this have to do with returning?
He wishes to speak. Word has spread throughout the abyss that he has ways of returning demons to the world of the living.
Then guide me to him, quickly, for I have much to do.
So help me God, if you possess another child, I will put you down.
The demon turns and sort of beckons you to follow as he trails off into the darkness, and it just closes around him.
So what's the age of consent here?
Let's not get into
This, yeah, vetoed that. Cantor. So you're sitting on your couch, heroin needle, dubstep, and all of a sudden the dubstep stops.
I'm like, oh my god.
It worked. More.
I just need more heroin.
Do you want me to roll a heroin roll?
Yeah, give me a stamina roll.
Oh, please fail. It's always funny when you fail.
Difficulty 8.
Is there a particular reason it's gone up?
Wasn't it always an 8?
Was it?
I'm pretty sure I always had you roll stamina 8.
It's okay, I get a 10 of dice. I succeed.
Wait, I told you to roll stamina. What else did you add to that?
I had faith. You had faith.
Oh,
in stamina,
okay. Yeah, so again, you're looking sorrowfully down at the fucking needle in your arm, and it just doesn't do shit for you anymore.
It keeps me functioning. I am not suffering from withdrawal.
Fair enough.
Well, if I'm on the couch, that means I'm at the studio. And if I recall correctly, my apartment was in flames.
Eh.
Well, that is outside the scope of this adventure, but yes.
And that means I'm getting back to mixing new music.
Okay.
Using the screams of the fucking damned.
Yeah, I am using the audio from that time Nashoda tortured somebody in my recording studio. I'm basically making some psychedelic industrial music with just machine noises and literal human decomposing, screaming, and just buzzing guitars.
Okay.
I may torture someone. I'm a good person, though.
That person deserved it. I don't know.
I mean, he probably did. It's not for you to
He tried to kill me.
That's not for you to judge. That's for him to judge.
And he did. He judged it by torturing them. So it's...
I've only tortured 2 people.
They tried to kill you.
One tried to kill me, and the other one was well...
At this point, I'm also probably thinking about finding a body to host my good friend Linvalis.
But it's like an afterthought. Does the constant whining and droning in your head turn you off on the idea? It's like, I'll fucking leave you down there.
What about the bitchin' concert hall I built for you underground?
That's why I need to bring you back. You need to finish it.
Instead of
You have breached the contract.
And send it back afterwards.
I probably send my underling Beelzebubbles to find him a body and to bring it here, and then we'll take it to the basement.
You haven't had contact with Beelzebubble since he burned down your house. Anyway, like I said, the side characters are off doing their own thing. So if you wanna get him a body, you're gonna have to get one yourself.
No, Isabella Chan.
I have fans. The plan is to probably get in contact with my fan base for like a underground concert that'll be limited to whoever can find where I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna find the most desperate suicidal fan I can and basically shove Linvalis in him.
That's what if he comes to you and just like, your music saved me, and you're just like,
Thanks. Now you're gonna save somebody else. Pastor smack on the forehead, now you have a demon.
What is Chelsea Lamont doing this day?
Coke.
Awfully Coke a little. Just as like the morning coffee.
Just
a line
Bob.
here, a line there.
Yeah, because I didn't have a.
This is a brand new narcotic that we haven't had a chance to play with. Continue.
cocaine.
Yay.
You're ruining that.
We're running the gauntlet of fucking illicit substances on our characters here.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yes, regale us with your personal experience, Bob.
Well, let's have a stamina faith roll diff 8 first of all.
Is it my total faith or the faith that I currently have?
I think when you roll faith, you have to roll whatever you have right now.
So you have 1 time.
I have 4 dice and stamina.
You have how much stamina?
Like
That time you have 3 stamina.
I have 1 faith, 4, 2 faith.
How long would you say like a cocaine high usually lasts?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Good to know.
I got 2 6 or was it Saturday
Yeah,
or
hypothetically, of
Yeah, I
course.
got 2 successes.
Right,
I
right.
got 1 success then.
It's
Yeah.
not like I've read toxicity charts.
So you kind of, and the powder just kind of, you feel it hit the back of your throat and kind of burn a little. And other than that, it just doesn't do anything.
It'd be funny if it was like the first time doing cocaine and there was like that 8% chance that you just die because you had a heart condition you didn't know you had. Make another character.
He just pops back into hell. Hey, Linval.
You should have him roll the 8%.
Well,
It's not his first time doing cocaine.
yeah, Chelsea actually was overdosing as
She died.
Delavante swooped into her body.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Oh, she's in hell now.
You can talk to me. You talk to my old me. Yeah.
Just have him roll the 8% anyway. Just see if.
Okay, Adam, roll percentiles.
See if you just fucking eat it.
So
Wait, roll 1 first and.
Well, he's got the percentile.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, it's close, 12.
Okay.
I get to go hurt for a second.
I didn't even get high.
This shit sucks.
It's the cocaine equivalent of drinking coffee and only getting anxiety.
I mean, anxiety means you're awake. Try falling asleep with it.
Good point.
Alright, so I guess I'll like because I have performance dance. I've yet to use this. I'm gonna go to a, I guess not a dance or something like a Zumba. I guess like a Zumba.
You're
You're gonna go to a fucking Zumba.
Yeah.
A Zumba class.
At
is
nine,
cocaine.
at 9 in the morning after doing coke.
That sounds about right. It's like, what kind of exercise?